Now let's talk about how all this makes sense. First thing that we want to look at is we want to look at the average customer value, which was $62 per month. What we did there is we took the $738 that we first started with and we divided that by 12 to give us a monthly number for the value of the customer. Then we pulled up the Temecula keyword search volume of 271,600, which gave us 9,053 searches per day for just those 6 keywords. Now remember, those are just 6 keywords. That's not the hundreds of thousands of different variations we could actually do. It's just 6 keywords based on 2 different items, pet food and, dog food and cat food. Then we look at our conversion rate. Now we're going to do a low conversion rate of 10%. This rate is usually higher, but we're just for number's sakes, we're going to use a low number. So if we can convert 9,053, 10% of those, it gives us 905 online visits per day that are going to visit our landing page. Now of those 905, if we can get 4% of those, which again is a low number, only 4% of those to call or visit our store, that's 36 new potential customers per day that are going to either call our store or visit us. Now let's say we only get a 14% rate of closure on that. So we only close 14% of those people and only 14% become new customers. That's 5 new customers each and every day at an average spend for the customer of $62 per month. So if you take 5 customers times $62 a month, that's giving us $310 per month extra. Now we know that that's not all profit, so what we do is we say, let's say our profit margin is only 30%. Now for a lot of the products that you carry, that margin is a lot higher, but we're going to say 30% profit, which means $93 per month. So if you take the $93 per month, times that by 5 days, times 4 weeks, it equals $1,860 of profit. That's pure profit per month, or $22,720 extra per year that you're earning by doing simple internet marketing. Now if you use an average daily spend of $20, which is very low, and it could be lower than that, it might be maybe a little bit higher, but you can usually keep it below $20 ad spend on pay-per-click and things of that nature. You're looking at about $4,800 per year that you're going to be spending in advertising. Now there is a one-time fee for the service. I'm not going to hide that fee. I'm not going to tell you, well, once we meet, we'll explain it. This is what the fee is. The value of the whole thing is $7,500. That's the creation of the landing page, the squeeze pages, the auto response sequences, the optimizations, the ad campaigns, the blogging, the keyword research, everything that's involved, and we can go over that in detail once we meet. But what we're doing is we're giving it to you for $2,500. Not $7,500, but $2,500. And the way that works, it will be explained in detail when we meet, but the way that works is half of that is done up front, the other half is due upon completion of the work, and we continue on with our work from there. There's no monthly fee. This is a one-time charge. Now the next thing that we're looking at is we're looking at an autoresponder. Now we do want an autoresponder because what that autoresponder does is that creates our list. Now that list creates money in the future. What that is $240 per year. Now that's not paid to our company. That is paid to an outsourced company, a company that does auto response. We do not charge anything extra to set that up. That's all included in the $2,500, but it ranges at $240 per year. So there is a monthly charge instead of paying it by the year. So it's $20 per month, but what I did is went ahead and put in the $240 that comes up per year. So it's not going to be $240 plus 20, it's $20 per month, or you can say $240 per year that you're spending for the number's sakes. Now an 800 number to track, this isn't necessary, but a lot of times we like to track it through an 800 number. We don't use that 800 number to answer the phone, but we track everything so we know exactly what numbers we're producing, where we need to cut out keywords or add in keywords. So that's what this is. This is another $240 per year, or $20 a month. Now you have your web hosting. Now I'm sure you already have web hosting if you have a website. That's wonderful, but we need to make sure that you have a resale license, not resale license, but a resale account with a hosting company. The reason why we do that is because we can't just do one website. It has to be landing pages, blogs, squeeze pages, opt-in form pages, a couple different things that have to be involved. So you need to be able to put more than one site onto your hosting. And if you're paying for the $10 a month hosting, you can only put one domain on that hosting. We need to be able to put several on one. So that comes out to $25 a month or $300 a year. Now the domain names, I put 2 domain names down here. Most of the time we can get away with using 2 separate domain names. Sometimes we want to use more, but it averages right around $10 a year per domain name. So if we're counting 2, then we're looking at $20. So what that all equates to for us is we have a total profit of $22,720. The total cost is $8,100. So the new money that we can look at for this year, for the year 2010, because it does take a short time to set up. So we're looking at the beginning of the year starting this thing. We're looking at a total of $14,620 extra this year of pure profit that you can make, or that you will make. Now the next thing that we want to look at, pull that out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So the next thing we want to look at is every year thereafter, we don't have this $2,500 fee anymore. That fee has been paid once. You continue to make the money off of it. We don't charge you again. What you end up doing the second year is $17,120 pure profit based on these small numbers. Now that doesn't mean that it's not going to be higher. It could be higher. It all depends on what business we're working with and what type of products we're selling. Most of the time it's a lot higher than this, but we're using small numbers just to give you an idea. So if we were using just these 6 keywords and this was the campaign we were running, we could be looking at $17,120 every single year of extra profit. Who couldn't use $17,120 extra per year? What would you do with it? Now, keep in mind that this is 6 keywords and only 6 keywords. So you might want to imagine what the rest of the possibilities are if we took 50 keywords or 100 keywords or even 1,000 keywords and we optimized those keywords. What could happen in your business? What is this really worth to you and to your business? Or better question would be, what is it worth to your competitors? Because we only take one client per industry. Just one. I'm not going to compete with other companies that are the same type of company as yours. We're only going to take one. So give me a call at 1-877-677-3739. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you a little bit of insight to everything. And again, thanks. If you have any questions, give me a call.